Calm down, buddy. There we go. No, you smoke too much when you already have a cigarette that's lit, not even halfway done, and you're already eyeing up your pack like getting ready to light another one.
Domination. Capture and secure the objective. We are taking Alpha. Objective Alpha secure. We have the lead.
Target down.
Objective Bravo is compromised. Take it back. Enemy is securing Alpha. Enemy is securing Charlie. We have lost Alpha. We are taking Charlie. Securing Objective Alpha. Objective Charlie secure. Our UAV is orbiting the area. Our mortar strike is inbound. We are taking Bravo. Secure Bravo. We are taking Bravo. Enemy is taking Charlie. Securing objective Bravo. Enemy is securing Charlie. We are losing Charlie. Bravo secure. We hold all objectives. Keep them secure.
Covering your face.
Deploying sentry.
Hey,
enemy is securing Bravo.
Requesting close air. Target.
Enemy is taking Bravo.
Bomb drone deployed.
Inbound. Securing objective Charlie. Friendly bomb drone is online. Enemy is securing Alpha. Enemy is securing Bravo. We have lost Bravo. We are losing Alpha.
Friendly fire!
Online. approaching Tarjani. Objective Alpha is gone. Take it. Secure Bravo. Friendly bomb drone active. Our UAV is orbiting the area. Securing Objective Bravo. Objective Bravo secure. UAV online. Taking Alpha. Inbound friendly FAE. Enemy is securing Charlie. Friendly UAV on station. We control two objectives. Securing Alpha. Enemy securing Bravo. We are taking Alpha. We are losing Charlie. We are losing Bravo. Enemy is securing Charlie. Enemy is taking Bravo. Enemy is securing Bravo.
Get down.
Bravo
Get down.
is compromised. Take it back. Hostiles deployed the bomb drone. Secure Bravo. Enemy is taking Charlie.
Alright.
We are taking Bravo. We are losing Charlie.
What's your buck?
Securing objective Bravo. The enemy controls two objectives. Push the offensive. Control Bravo. Our UAV is orbiting the area. We are losing Bravo. Halfway to mission complete. Keep fighting.
Loading!
Enemy is taking Bravo. Hostile UAV in the sector. Friendly mortar strike inbound.
Hostiles in your AO!
Losing Bravo. Secure two objectives. Enemy is securing Charlie. Securing Bravo.
Trophy system activated!
Securing objective Alpha. Enemy is taking Bravo. Enemy is taking Charlie. We are losing Bravo.
What's your
We
fire?
are losing Charlie. Alpha.
Oh, what the hell?
Enemy is securing Bravo.
Ready.
Enemy is taking Charlie. We control all
I
objectives.
shot that guy in the fucking leg. That's hilarious.
Bravo.
Enemy contact!
We are taking Bravo. Enemy is securing Charlie. Charlie is compromised. Take secure Bravo.
Reloading!
They tagged me!
Grenade out!
Friendly bomb drone is online. Hostile UAV overhead. We are taking Bravo. Securing objective Bravo. Securing Charlie. Securing objective Charlie. The enemy has captured two objectives.
Get stitched up!
God damn it.
We are taking Charlie. Hostile UAV active. Hostile UAV in the sector. Secure Bravo.
Friendly fire, asshole!
Securing Charlie. Hostile bomb drone in this sector. We are taking Bravo. Enemy is securing Alpha. Bravo secure. Enemy is taking Bravo. Friendly UAV online. Hostile precision airstrike. Get to cover. We are losing Bravo. We have lost Bravo. Securing objective Charlie.
Got your back.
Hostile UAV in this sector.
They tagged me.
We are taking Bravo. Hostile UAV active. Enemy is taking Alpha. Friendly cluster mines planted. Objective Bravo. Friendly VTOL on station. Enemy Bravo. Friendly hostile strike on the way. Objective Bravo is compromised.
You missed me.
Our UAV is orbiting the area. Secure Bravo. Hostile bomb drone detected. We are taking Bravo. Securing objective Bravo. Our mortar strike is inbound. The enemy holds two objectives. Get securing objective Charlie. Secure Bravo.
Throwing Molotov.
We are taking Bravo. Bravo. Enemy is taking Bravo.
Take it back.
We are
Watching
losing
your
Bravo. We're losing ground. Securing Bravo.
Ah,
We are losing
God.
Alpha. Securing Charlie. Friendly UAV online. Enemy is securing Alpha. We control two objectives.
Enemy spotted.
Enemy is Alpha. Friendly UAV on station. We are taking Charlie. Securing objective Charlie. Friendly mortar strike inbound. Mission compromised. We have
Go.
defeated.
Right in the crotch. $33. Damn. There's a few. Yeah, let's go shoot house. Oh, yeah. I hate running this slow. I just got some a couple days ago. I mean, I know I am almost out, but I did just get some the other day. Went on Thursday. That's Monday, right? Technically. Hop down. Jesus, man. fuck? What was I doing? Ugh. Spider Porsche? Go lay down. I'll play DMZ next. Alright, that's the shit that pissed me off about DMZ.
Domination. Hold Strasser, capture and hold the objectives to win.
On your six! Got
We
the
control
sniper!
Charlie.
First blood.
Base 6 reaching max!
The enemy took Bravo.
Take cover!
We are losing Charlie. Securing Alpha. Enemy is taking Charlie.
Taking effective fire.
I'm getting lit up!
Securing objective Alpha. Securing objective Bravo. We control Alpha. We are losing Charlie. The enemy took Charlie. We are taking Bravo.
Target's here!
Bravo secure. We are losing Bravo. Hardline activated. We are losing Alpha.
Oh, damn.
Enemy is taking Alpha. We have secured 2 objectives. Friendly cluster mine set. We are taking Alpha. Securing Charlie.
Changing mag.
Watching your six, soldier!
Moving! Objective Charlie secure. We have secured the lead.
Multiple enemies.
Two objectives secure. Enemy is securing Bravo. Enemy is securing Charlie. Shit. We have lost Bravo. Securing objective Bravo. Friendly UAV online.
Bastard.
Secure Bravo. enemy has captured 2 objectives. Securing objective Bravo.
Hey! Drop that.
Enemy is taking Charlie. Alpha secure. Enemy is securing Charlie.
Covering.
We have the lead. Objective
Calling
Charlie
in
is
counter
compromised.
UAV.
Our counter UAV is active. We are taking Charlie. Securing objective Charlie.
I'm with you. Multiple threats here.
Fix activated. Enemy controls 2 objectives. Push the offensive.
Enemy down. Switching mags.
We are taking Charlie. Secure Bravo.
Changing mags.
We control Charlie. We are losing Charlie. Taking Charlie. Friendly VTOL entering this sector. We have lost Charlie. Friendly
Go
mortar
lay down.
strike on the way.
Jesus Christ. It is everything.
We are taking Bravo.
Basic. Check
Hostile
fire.
UAV in this sector. Enemy is securing Alpha. Securing objective Bravo. Our UAV is orbiting the area. Charlie secure. Enemy is taking Alpha. We are losing Alpha. Friendly UAV online. Objective Alpha is compromised. Friendly sentry online.
Throwing grenade!
Secure Bravo. Securing objective Alpha. We've lost half the field. Fight back. Securing Alpha. We are taking Bravo. Objective Bravo secure. We are taking Alpha.
Loading!
We are
Enemy.
losing Charlie.
Thermite.
Securing objective Alpha. Enemy cluster mine deployed. Objective Charlie is compromised. Take it back. We are taking Alpha. Securing objective Alpha.
Switching mags.
Objective Alpha
I'm
secure.
with you.
Enemy is taking Bravo. Objective Bravo is compromised. Take it back. Securing Charlie. Enemy is securing Alpha. Enemy is taking Alpha. Objective Charlie secure. Securing objective Bravo. We have lost Alpha.
Wasn't gonna let that
Friendly
slide.
UAV on station. Securing Alpha. We
Enemy
control Alpha. Enemy is securing Charlie.
thermite.
Our UAV is
Loading.
orbiting the area.
I'll cover you.
We have lost Charlie. Secure Bravo.
I'm
Care package
Taking
on the way.
effective fire.
Bravo secure. Enemy is securing Bravo. The enemy took Bravo.
fighting your thing! Deployed!
Friendly Wilson online. We are taking Bravo. Securing objective Bravo. Friendly UAV online. The enemy has captured 2 objectives. We are losing Alpha. We are taking Bravo. We control Bravo. Enemy is taking Alpha. Securing objective Charlie. Enemy is taking Bravo.
Planting mine! I'm following
All
you!
objectives secure. Expect counterattacks. Shit. We have lost Bravo. Secure Bravo. We are losing Charlie. Enemy is securing Alpha. The enemy took Alpha.
Target down.
We have lost securing objective Alpha. We are taking Charlie. Objective Alpha secure. We control Charlie.
Damn it.
Damn
it.
Enemy is taking Charlie.
Throwing it in
We
the
are
visual
losing
on the
Alpha.
enemy. Contact your fire!
Enemy took Charlie. Objective Bravo. We're getting hit hard. Friendly airstrike in the AO. Enemy is securing Alpha. Enemy holds 2 objectives. Get them
Target
secure.
it!
You put that target on yourself.
Securing Charlie.
Enemy!
Mission failed. Return to base.
Yeah, let's do a DMZ. See how that goes. $544. Almost a fucking new prestige level. Stop. High ground. What is that? There's gun game. Who the fuck is DMZ? There it is. Battle Royale. Oh man, for real. DMZ beta? go lay down. Jesus, man. Jesus Christ, man. These fucking dogs. I'm on a roll like Cottonelle. Let's see. Oh, here's beers. Mean shit. 99 bitch ain't one. 99 problem getting rich ain't one. I still gotta pull out. That's funny shit. I'm the kind to have a bulletproof condom and still pull out. That's funny shit, man. Every time I hear that line, it just cracks me the fuck up. I'm the kind to have a bulletproof condom and still pull out. There's certain lyrics and songs that just crack me the fuck up. Like, I don't even remember what fucking song it is. But there's some fucking song. At the very end, it's like just some dude talking. And he's just like, she got a big juicy ass. Oh yeah. Like he's just like going off about it. That fucking cracks me up every fucking time I hear it, man. Big juicy ass. He's talking about how he wants to hit it and shit. Like it's fucking hilarious. There's a bunch of other fucking lyrics that just crack me the fuck up too, but I can't think of any of them right now. Ugh. I don't know shit about making music, but one thing I can say is if you're having fun doing it, like you're gonna be way more successful. Cause like that line I just said, the fucking big juicy ass. Like that shit was just impromptu type shit at the fucking end of a fucking song, just like talking shit. And And now, like, every time I hear that song, I'm like, I like that fucking song, man. That song's fucking great. Same as, like, a couple other songs with, like, weird lyrics and shit. Trying to think here. DMZ means I'm probably gonna be playing for like a half hour. But I only have a couple shots left. Should I just use them now? Well, not all of them, just another one. I probably have like 3, right? Might have 4. The shitty part is the fucking lighting angle. I can't see how much I'm pouring into the damn glass. No. It starts with a C. It's not cervix. Meniscus. Ah, I finally fucking got the word. Holy shit. Meniscus. Ugh. When you pour water into a container, specifically like a measuring container, it will be high on the side, high on the other side, and low in the middle. And that's where the middle, the meniscus, is where you measure it. So like that curvature of the water, like adhering to the side of the container, but the lowest part, that's your well, the whole thing, the whole curvature is your meniscus. And you measure it from the bottom part of the meniscus. So the stuff that's up on the side of the container, you just disregard that shit. You fill it up to where the bottom of the meniscus is, which is like a concave type curve. And that's where you actually do your measurements from. God, that was bugging the shit out of me. I was calling it ellipsis earlier. That's meniscus. I haven't used that word in like 13 years. 12 years. Actually, I don't even know if I used it 12 years ago. I haven't needed to use that word for 12 years. Or maybe it's 10 and a half. It's over a decade. And I haven't been in a class to do that. Is that the first class or the second class? Because I took, for pools and spas, I took Tech 1 and Tech 2. The only other one that I had to go was like Master Technician or some shit like that. But I did Tech 1, Tech 2. I got 99% both times. I drank every single night that I was there. It was a 5-day class. We showed up on Sunday and left on Friday. You show up on Sunday, get checked into the hotel and shit like that, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and it's like a half a day on Friday or 3/4 of a day on Friday. You take your fucking final test, and then you just fucking leave and go home. And I drank every single fucking day. As a matter of fact, one of the instructors, he saw, well, all of the instructors, they were all like hanging out together. They all saw me at the bar the very first night. They saw me at the bar the next night on Monday night. And like my excuse, like, well, I don't really have an excuse besides I'm an alcoholic. But um, A, I didn't want to drive because I don't want to drink and drive. B, I'm in a hotel and they got a bar and they serve food. So I would like get done with the class and I would go back to my room and we would have homework and shit and I would like do my homework as fast as I could. And the shit that I didn't get done, I would take that and my books down to the bar and I would order me like a beer and I would eventually get food because they serve food. It was like they had like a full scale, like I don't think it was 5 star, but they had like a kick-ass restaurant there too. And well, not only that, we got breakfast and lunch included with the class. But my company paid me for lunch and dinner, and it was like $20 for lunch and like $50 for dinner. And so I never had to pay I never had to use the $20 for lunch. And oh, the bar, like a bunch of the times they had 5-cent tacos. So like as long as you buy a drink, you could just go over to the little taco bar that they had with the stale taco shells and get some fucking tacos. Like most of the time, I would just break the tacos. I'd make a taco, but I'd just like break it down and just eat all the shit out of the taco, which was kind of better because the fucking shells were like always fucking stale, and I hate that. That's like one of my pet peeves about tacos. So I was eating like 5-cent tacos, and I didn't have to pay for lunch. So I had like so much fun. I would come back with hundreds and hundreds of dollars extra from my expense account, which they expected that I would like spend on food and shit like that, which I did. Like the last, I think 2 nights, at least the last night that I was there. So Thursday night, maybe it was Wednesday too. I'd go fucking ape shit on the food. I'd be like, give me filet mignon and some lobster and like just bring me the best shit that you fucking got. But the whole previous part of the week, I was eating 5-cent tacos and drinking beer. I was buying people shots. Like this one night, holy fuck, there was like so many of us, not we all, but there was like 8 or 10 of us, all from the class. And we were just hanging out in the bar doing shots. Like, I didn't do shots except for that night, and I think the night I bought that military guy all those drinks. I bought him a shitload of fucking Hennessy. I think eventually he figured it out, and I think I did a shot with him, or a couple shots, or something like that. I stayed up late that fucking night. I remember that for sure. And I bought that dude a lot of fucking shots. Well, technically, my company bought that guy a whole shitload of fucking shots. Because I used my expense thing to just, like, buy all kind of shit. Like, what they would do is they would just be like, okay, you're going to be there X amount of days, this much for lunch, this much for dinner, blah, 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 here's a check. And I'd throw that bitch into my account, and then, like, a week before I left, and then I would have all that money, and I would just use my own card. That way I didn't have to have a company card kind of thing. And I always, well, I only went twice, but both times I came back with so much fucking money on my card still that I had to like repay the company. Well, it's not repay, it was just give the money back because I didn't use the money. But they were always so impressed, like, wow, like everybody else goes, out and gets training and shit like that, and like they come back with no money, and you come back with like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I'm frugal. And meanwhile, I drank my fucking ass off the entire fucking time. Oh, that was the other fucking story. The instructors, they saw me in the bar the Sunday night before the class started. They saw me in the bar Monday night, and then they saw me in the bar on Tuesday night. So Wednesday, they were like, "Okay, I've noticed some of you have been like hanging out at the bar in the hotel." Which a lot of the people went to different bars, like other places, not the bar. Like a bunch of them kept talking about Hooters, and I was like, "Fuck that shit, man! I'm not going to fucking Hooters." I just, I don't know. I've had one Hooters experience, and it was not that great. Like the fucking chick was giant. Like, oh my god, man. Whatever the little, like, it wasn't a thong, but like whatever the little bathing suit looking thing that they wear, like if I would have put that on me, literally, it would have like absolutely without a doubt within a second fallen completely off of my body. Like not even getting caught on my knees or anything like that. It would have just fallen completely off onto the floor. Like that's how big it was. So I'm not like a big Hooters fan. And the food wasn't that great. At least the one that was here. Um but anyway, Wednesday the instructor came in and was like, "I noticed a bunch of you were up at the bar, and I just want to let you know, in the history of this class, there's only been one person that's ever spent every single day, every single night in the bar and passed this class. Like everybody else has failed the class because they're too busy getting drunk." And he was like specifically looking at me. And um no, he didn't say it in the class. He said it in the bar. And he said it to me personally. Yeah, because he was like, "Yeah, in the history of this class, there's only been one person that spent every night in the bar and passed, and that was me." And I looked right at him and I was like, "You're looking at number two. I'm totally going to be number two." And I was. Not only that, I came back the next year and took the next level class, spent every night in the bar, and I passed 99% on my test. Not that that's like a big gloat or anything, because to be perfectly honest, if you kind of knew what the fuck you were doing, you'd pass. I really knew what I was doing, and that's why I got like a 99%. It was like a 500 question test, and so I missed what? Like 99% would be like what? 5 questions? And it wasn't even I missed the 5 questions. I just didn't answer the correct question. Like I went too fast. And I was the first person done with the test both times. Because the first one, he saw me in the bar and he was like, there's only been one person that was ever like, you know, been in the bar every single night and passed the course. So when I came up, he was like, "Okay, well, let's see how you did." And like they usually send your test off and you get graded, like, and you find out your grade in like 2 or 3 weeks. And I found out my grade right there on the spot because that dude was like, "Let's see how you're doing." and he just went ahead and graded my shit right there on the spot and was like, holy crap, you got a 99%. Or maybe it was 98%. It was close to 100. It was either 99 or 98, but it was the same number both years for Tech 1 and Tech 2. So either 98 or 99. But the first year, he was just like, yeah, we're going to grade your shit right now and see how bad you did because you've been in the bar all week. And I got a 90, like, whatever, 98, 99%. And he was like, okay, I'm impressed. And then the next year, I think it was the next year, I came back for the next class, the higher level class, Tech 2. And he just saw me at the bar and was like, you're going to do it again, huh? And I was like, yeah, I'm trying to match you. Like, you were the first, I'm the second. And I did it. And that one was a lot harder, too. The first one, it was all like classroom shit, where they're just like, this is how a pump works, this is an impeller, this is a slinger, this is how you bolt up a motor to a pump, like, you know, just dumb shit like that. Well, actually, no, I don't think it was like even that technical. I think it was just, this is an impeller, this is a slinger, this is, you know, like that kind of shit. The second year, that's where they were like, they would have simulated, like they would have, like in the hotel pool, they would have portable pumps set up that were running and had problems. And you like had to actually figure out what was going on and fix them. Which I was like 100% on that shit. It was like, oh, the impeller's clogged. Like, that's why it's not pumping water. Or, you know, it was just like, oh, it's the filter. Or, you know, whatever. Like, I was fucking on that shit. And that wasn't even part of the test. That was just part of the training. But I had so much fun. I had fun at the first one, but the second one, that one was fucking great. Like, they would have motors cut apart so you could see what the insides of the motor look like. And they would have, like, a pump cut apart so you could see what, you know, like, this is the impeller and a slinger, like, and the slinger on the shaft of the motor. So you got an electric motor that gets what the fuck are you doing over there? You got an electric motor that bolts up to the wet side, what you call it, of the pump. So, no, get down. Get down. I don't need a hot dog on me right now. And not one that's, like, knocking shit around. But obviously, electricity and water don't exactly mix. Fun fact, water doesn't conduct. Water is not a good conductor of electricity. You've been told that your entire life. That's not true. It's the impurities in the water that conduct the electricity through the water. I never knew that until I went to one of these classes. Just one of those fun facts. Kind of like you can't smell the chlorine in your pool. Like, everybody's like, oh, there's too much chlorine. Like, all I can smell is chlorine. Well, that's how much garbage you've been putting into the pool. Because chlorine doesn't become airborne until it bonds with an organic matter, which could be sweat, which could be skin tissue, which could be like any of that shit. It bonds with it and then it becomes airborne. So every time you smell chlorine, you're smelling the lack of chlorine. Like, well, not exactly the lack, but you're smelling the chlorine that's coming out of your pool, hot tub, whatever the hell you're talking about. Which means you normally have to shock your fucking whatever, your pool, your hot tub. It's usually a sign that you gotta do that. So, like, every time you go to the spa and you smell the chlorine and shit like that, you're smelling like everybody's sweat and like just skin and like any organic matter that could be left in the water. You're smelling that coming out of the water via the chlorine. I love fun facts like that. But yeah, so you got an electric motor, you got a pump, the water side of the pump. You got fuck, what? How the hell did I just totally like forget my Oh man, I can't believe I forgot that shit. Like it just literally went out of my head. Um Whatever. Usually there's a backing plate and then the motor goes through the backing plate. And then there's a spring-loaded seal. Why can I not fucking think of the damn name? I just said it like 15 times. But then you got your water mover. What the fuck is that goddamn thing called? I can't remember. But anyway, behind that, there's just a little rubber piece. It's just like a round rubber piece that they cut a hole in the middle of and stick it on the shaft of the motor. And its job is if there's any water seepage that gets behind where water's supposed to be, the slinger, like literally slings the water out so it doesn't go into the motor. It just slings it out into the housing, and then eventually it just leaks out. But that's why they call it a slinger. I always thought that was fucking hilarious. Because I love. Well, I like. What the fuck is going on with you two? Why are you two freaking the fuck out? I love taking things apart, and I love putting things back together. And I don't know. I always would put that thing back in, but I never knew why it was there. And then one time, I think I was at a pool store, and I was talking to someone, and they were like, "Oh, you mean a slinger?" And I'm like, "What? What the hell's a slinger?" And they're like, "The slinger, like it's that little rubber boot. I guess you could call it a rubber boot. It was like a rubber O-ring with a hole in the center that it could fit over the shaft of the motor." And I was like, "What the fuck? What are you talking about? Like, what the hell's a damn slinger?" And they explained it like, yeah, it slings water away from the motor if for some reason the pump side leaks and the water starts getting into the motor side, which is electric. It just slings the water, and that way you don't get water into the motor. And I was just like, damn, like mind blown, man. Like I never would have thought that far in advance. I would have been more focused on like how do we make a better seal so the water doesn't get to where it gets to the fucking motor. as opposed to how to protect the motor when the water does get there. Fuck, I changed so fucking many of them. Like, shit. Why only. Would I have 48 pulls? Like 74 hot tubs and 48 pulls? Something like that? I changed hundreds and hundreds of those motors. Spa motors, I changed the living shit out of those fucking things. They were always going out. Like to the point where in my work truck at all times, I had all three motors. I had a 3/4, or no, yeah, 3/4, a 1 horse, and a horse and a half motor. I had them on hand, and I had like 15 fucking gasket kits to put them in, like at any time. And then my other dude, my chick, she didn't really like to do that kind of shit, so I didn't even stock her up with shit. But my other dude, I think I gave him a 3/4 and a horse, or no, I think it was 3/4 and a horse, not a horse and a half. Cause that way, cause the impeller, that's the fucking word I was trying to figure out, like I couldn't remember. Um, because the impeller had to match the motor. Because if you had a 3/4 motor, you needed a 3/4 impeller. If you had a horse and a half impeller or motor, you needed a horse and a half impeller. So to like just cut down on cost, I would just keep that dude with like a 3/4 and a 1 horse motor, and I kept him stocked with a 3/4 and 1 horse impeller. That way, if it was a horse and a half, I didn't have to stock an extra fucking, I don't even remember what the fucking motors cost. I think they were only like less than $200 or something like that. But then you need the impeller, that's like another 30 to $50. But I could just leave him because like on my days off, that way I don't have to come in and like do work. So in like if it was a horse and a half, he had a 1 horse. He could just go ahead and use a 1 horse impeller and put it all together, and poof, it's working. And if it was that imperative, if it was that big of a pull where you needed all the water options, that you needed a horse and a half, which usually it was like a 2.5, 3 horsepower fucking thing, which was all specialty shit. But at least it would keep the thing running while it was my day off. Because I didn't get overtime, I didn't get any of that shit. Like, I got salary. So, like, I got paid for 9 to 5, 5 days a week, period. Like, well, 52 weeks a year. So, I forget. Like, the last year I was there, I had like 5 weeks of vacation built up. Because they refused to let me take vacation. So, I had like a whole shitload of fucking vacation that I ended up never getting. And then they said they would give it to me in salary whenever they let me go. And then they didn't. Which is why that if you're out there, you're not watching this fucking shit anyway, but if you're out there, the fucking guy from the goddamn bank, the representative from the bank, which didn't work for the bank, yeah, go fuck yourself. Fucking ruin that goddamn company, and now it's like it doesn't even really exist anymore. Again. By again, I mean, I moved here and started working for a company. It got sold to another company. Like four other companies got acquired. And then it was 2022. I don't know. Jesus. And then a few years later, none of those companies existed. Seems to be a thing around here. Big companies are like, there's a company at the beach that I can buy. And then I'll own a company at the beach. And they don't understand this area. Like, it's very local friendly. Like, and if you go against the locals, which is like a corporation thing, because they're always like, we know better than you do. Like, you just live there and know everything about everything that goes on there. But we know better because we have a fucking office in New York City. And they always fuck it up. And it always gets to the point where they got to sell the fucking company because they can't control the company. And it's not a control thing. It's we know better than you. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And meanwhile, the people that they're saying that to know what the fuck they're talking about. I mean, I've seen it so many times. Like, what was it? Five, now six, seven companies that I worked for. Five of them went out of business within like the first couple years that I was here, just because they got bought out by big entities that were like, we need a company that we can have at the beach, and then they just do corporate bullshit, and they either lose all their employees, which usually happened, or they just drove the company straight into the fucking ground, which was that's what happened with every single company. Like, there's five companies within 2 years that I worked for that just got drove right into the goddamn ground. Which was such a shame because they were such good, like, mom and pop type companies that just got bought out by big entities that brought their corporate bullshit to the beach. Which is one thing I actually do like about living here. Like, not just the people, but like the businesses and shit are like anti corporation. Like, they just don't like corporations. It took so long to get a Walmart here. Like, we finally got a Walmart, but, like, it's actually, yeah, it's in the town I live in. And they made them go through, like, so many fucking hoops. Like, you can't have the typical Walmart look. Like, it has to have, like, a beach look to it. Just, like, crazy shit like that. And then we finally got a Home Depot. And then we got a Lowe's. And I just heard we got a Target. I haven't seen it yet, though. We had a Kmart. That fucker went out of business pretty quick. Walmart won't go out of business. That's because there's a lot of poor people that live outside of this area that come inside to go to Walmart. I haven't been to Walmart. I used to buy my dog food at Walmart. My oil and my dog food are the two things that I would buy at Walmart. Oh man, that makes me think I need to change my fucking oil. Fuck. But I haven't been to Walmart since before the pandemic. Like, when the pandemic hit, I was just like, fuck Walmart. And I just quit going there, and I haven't been back since. So what's that been, like 2 years now? 2 and something years? But I would get like my windshield washer fluid, my oil, my dog food. Trying to think of the other stuff. There'd always be some random bullshit thing on an end cap that I would grab when I was in there. Walmart will make you spend your fucking money. Yeah, I guess. But yeah, I haven't been there. Yeah, before 2 years ago. So like 2 years and like a month or 2 months or something like that. But fuck that place, man.
Welcome to Al Mazrah. Explore, secure intel,
It's
and
funny,
loot to gain
right
access
next
to
to the
new
liquor
missions.
store that I go
Enemy
to.
threat is high, so expect contact.
I still don't want to go to it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Marking enemy special forces!
Yeah, cálmala! I got you!
Activity has increased in the area. Keep your eyes open.
$600 for gun cleaning oil? That's the best gun cleaning oil ever?
Moving here. Marking the hostage contract.
Watch your head! Stop!
Ultra One, you're approaching the target now. Locate and secure the hostage. All other personnel are considered hostile.
Located a hostage.
Ultra One, the hostage is wearing an explosive vest. Defuse it before it detonates.
Where you at? Holy shit.
I thought I was going to die.
Ultra One, actual. Hostage secure. Move to an HLZ for extraction. Ultra One, exfil helo is inbound. Get that hostage to the designated LZ. Get the hostage on the bird. Your call if you want to exfil with them.
Mark.
Ultra One, hostage secure. Payment authorized. Well done.
Yeah, that's one of the fucking weird things that I've noticed about this area. Just because you have a shitload of fucking money, doesn't it come you can't just, like, come on in and, like, start taking over shit around here. Like, the locals do not like that shit. And they will, like, straight up boycott you. Depending on the place. The business, I mean. Because, like, all the ones I was talking about were vacation rental places that rent out houses. Like oceanfront houses and shit like that. Like, yeah, people they don't fucking buy that shit, man. Like a place like Walmart, yeah, probably could be fine. Home Depot, Lowe's, you know, major grocery store places, yeah, you'll probably find. But as far as like vacation rental places, nope. Doesn't work. I mean, like I said, I saw 5 of them go out of business within like a year or 2 years, something like that. Just because they're like, oh, we're gonna buy that shit and it's gonna work out great. It's an easy money maker. Like the people that work there don't appreciate that shit. They don't like working for a corporation. That's why we live on the beach, because we want like beach life, like mom and pop type shit, which almost all of the shit around here is. Which, yeah, I had a bunch of them. Would you cut it out? What the fuck is going on over there? I had a bunch of them that I worked for that went out of business, and I was just like, whatever, fuck off. And like the last one, I saw it coming. They got bought out by a fucking bank. Because I'm in North Carolina. We got bought out by a bank in Virginia. Who came out like, oh, we're like the people's bank. Like, we don't fuck people over and blah, blah, blah. And then they drove that company right into the fucking ground. Had to sell it off to another fucking international company. Like, they weren't international, but they sold it off. I don't even know if the other one's international. But they had to sell it off because they fucked up that company so fucking bad. They fucked over all of the good workers, and they all left, or got fired, or got let go, or whatever. And then they just drove the company right into the fucking ground. And then they had to, like, just run away with their tail between their legs and, like, sell it off. Sell off the entire fucking company. I think it's kind of funny. Because I was already gone by that point. I already predicted that shit. I called that shit out the day they announced that they sold to a bank. I was like, this shit's going downhill bad. And it did. To the point where they had to sell the entire company off. And now I don't know who the fuck the company is. I know that they've got multiple vacation spots across the US. I don't know if they're international. But that's the company that ended up buying it. And they actually seem like they're doing pretty decent. I actually thought about like trying to get my old job back. Because like nobody that worked there now works there, so why not try? But I didn't. Mainly because I know if I get that job back again, I'll be at the low end of the totem pole, and they made you do emergency work. So like you get the emergency phone for a week, like even on your days off. So like if the company's closed and it's your day off and the phone rings, you got to answer it and you got to like go and respond to the call. And like I said, I was salary, so I didn't get paid for doing any of that shit. I was just expected to do that shit. But when I worked there before, I had a raise review, which is supposed to happen every year. Hasn't happened like that at the job I work now. But I would get a raise review like once a year, and one of the raise reviews, I was like, yeah, I don't want a raise. And they were like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to raise. And they were like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I do not want to carry the emergency phone. Like, take me off the list of people that have to carry the emergency phone. That's all I want. And they ended up giving me a raise and took me off the emergency phone schedule. Which was hilarious because the chick that ended up becoming my boss tried to do the same thing right after me because I told her what I did. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to do that too. And I'm like, all right. And then, like, they denied her. And she stayed on the emergency list even though she became my fucking boss. It's pretty fucking funny. But I got off. And they gave me a fucking raise. Because I was like, literally, I don't give a shit about a fucking raise. I'll keep on taking the exact same fucking money. Just don't make me have to go on an emergency call. Because it would always be something dumb. Like, our fridge isn't working. And you find, like, you get there and you find out, like, they turn the fridge settings all the way up. And what that does is that turns it into defrost. And it stops fucking working. And you just put it like, you know, $300-400 worth of fucking groceries into the fridge that are warm in your vehicle, and now it's got to cool them down while it's got to cool itself down, and it just didn't work. Or it would be like, our AC's not working, which normally I would, like, whenever I had the emergency phone, I was just like, fuck it, I'm not an AC guy. I can do AC stuff, but fuck that shit. I would just call up an AC company and be like, yo, you need to go check this shit out. But I had a bunch of fucking, like, quick fixes like that. What the fuck keeps going on? Why are you, like, fucking shit up? Jesus Christ, man. But yeah, I had, like, tons of fucking quick fixes like that. Like, oh, your fridge isn't working? Like, what are your fridge settings at? Oh, they're turned all the way up. Like, let's just go ahead and turn them down. And then, like, call back in the morning. And everything should be fine. Which almost always it was. There was only, like, 2 or 3 times. Like, we got thousands of fucking calls about fridges not working. And out of, like, the thousands, it was probably, like, 3 that were actually not working. Because, I mean, think about it. If you're at home, do you ever turn your fucking fridge all the way to the fucking top setting? No. You leave it on the middle setting, and you just put your shit in there, and it gets cold eventually. But these people would put their shit in there and be like, 20 minutes later, my fridge
Welcome
isn't
to
working.
Al Mazrah.
And you would get that call on the emergency phone all the fucking time.
Got eyes on an enemy stronghold.
Marking enemy fighter! Enemy fighter here! Enemy fighter spotted! Enemy fighter here!
But that's why I got rid of the fucking having to do the emergency phone. That shit fucking sucked. Having to answer those fucking calls constantly.
Activity is increasing near your location. Stay alert.
Moving! Check here.
Ultra One, Intel has located supply boxes we need you to secure. Objectives are marked on your TAC map.
I'm getting stick, gotta get right!
Go whore.
Marking enemy fighter! Friendly fire, asshole! Enemy fighter spotted!
Watch your fire!
Enemy fighter here! Ow! Look around! Taking effective fire! Grenade! Look around! Big
Damn it. Chiora.
getting stitched up!
I got you.
Ultra One, supply box secured. You're clear to proceed to the next objective.
Armor here!
Ultra One, all supply boxes secure. Solid work.
Got eyes on an enemy stronghold.
UAV is bingo fuel and RTB.
In an enemy stronghold.
This guy's name Coffee Weed.
They tagged me! They tagged me!
Found a mortar strike.
Effective fire! Barely a scratch!
You're not dead yet. Get moving. Ultra One, enemy operators have secured your squad mate's tag. We're tracking their location on your TAC map.
Enemy mark!
Ultra One, you were close to a survival streak. Redeployment is standing by.
Ugh. Lame. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Quit fucking trashing this goddamn place. Stop! On the fucking PlayStation thing, it says to stop broadcasting, press the share button. I totally read that as the shaft button. Gross. Blood in there? That probably ain't good. Holy fuck. Stop. Not gonna lie. Might have had a mini stroke in there. Yeah. I'm pretty sure there was blood in there. Yeah. That's fucking blood. Gross. Go on. Go! What the fuck are you eating goddamn cigarettes for? Jesus Christ. What the fuck are you doing? Come on. Stop. Alright, go. 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 God damn it.
Welcome to Al Mazrah. Exploring, looting, and securing intel will open access to missions and targets. Expect resistance from local forces, and watch for other operators in the AO.
Contract marked.
Probably save that. Go lay down. Lay down. Hey. Go.
Moving here.
Ultra One, plant a charge on the supply site. Ultra One, intel located enemy supply sites nearby. We need you to destroy them. Coordinates are on your TAC map.
Taking effective fire! I need medical!
Charge is set. Secure the perimeter or proceed to the next target.
Taking effective fire!
Primary target destroyed. Move to secondary. Ultra, charge is hot. Set security and confirm detonation.
Moving here.
Ultra One, intel located enemy supplies in nearby safes. Marking locations on your TAC map.